Hi, everybody. Happy Halloween. I hope you get lots of candy. I'm giving out, like I said yesterday, lollipops and Teddy Grahams and lemon heads and glow in the dark bracelets. And I hope everybody has a good time tonight. So, I've been saving this book for over 2 months, I think. Anyway, I received this book from the Ice Cream Publishing Company, and it's called The Book of Monsters from A to Z, a field guide by Professor Edgar. And I may mispronounce some words, but that's okay. I'm not perfect. And some of these words are a little hard. So, what we like to do here at Storytime, when I say 3, I want you to tell me your name so we will all be friends. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Claudia, did you tell me your name? I hope so. Now we're all friends. And what else do we like to say here at Storytime? We like to say our little poem, don't we? So gather your children and gather your bears and your blankets and your monsters too. And let's all settle down because I have a story to read to you. I want to say a special hello to my little friend Journey, whose daddy cut my grass this week. And I want to say a special hello to my friend Caleb. So let's all say hi to Journey and Caleb and to each other. I promise this won't be too spooky. It's more silly than spooky. So I hope you will enjoy the Book of Monsters from A to Z. And let's see how many we can find. I'm hoping that this won't last too long, but I may have to do half the book and then stop it and then go back and do the other half, because I know after like 10 to 15 minutes I don't want to bore you guys. I want to keep you loving story time. And I want to thank the ice cream company for sending me these great books. And if you love this book, which I'm sure you will, you can get it off of Amazon. Well, let's see what kind of monsters we can find. Alphabet Book of Monsters. Dear readers, you have in your lucky hands the great result of my life's work. Define and describe the most astounding, the most profounding, the most electrifying, specific, spooktacular, joking monsters in all the world. As a fully certified and credentialed expert in the field of monsterology, I assure you this collection of monsters is without a doubt, from A to Z, as complete as could be. Many thanks to my excellent and severely underpaid research assistants provided me such wonderful illustrations and poetic summaries. Happy reading. Professor, we're just going to say T.Q. Ebenezer, PhD, MMD, Order of the Grand Monsterie, 3rd class, Honorary Fellow of the Royal Society of Monsters and Monsters Enthusiasts, Visiting Scholar from the International Monster Research Institute. A is for armadillo. Through the valleys and over the hills, the armadillo drills and drills. He must keep in fit and fighting trim, should a worthy foe come out for him. Looks like a soldier, doesn't he? Oh boy. B is for beware, O beast. This monster's so scary, he even scared of himself, which is why he hides in the dark, trying to think about anything else. Of course, it's not his fault. He was born such a frightful friend. If only I were brave enough, I think I'd invite him over for tea. But I can only guess he'll yelp in fear if he ever saw himself in the mirror. I told you this would be silly. C is for the Carnotaurus cush. Couch potatoes beware. Don't nap too long in this comfy chair. It will gobble you up in 5 seconds flat, which is somewhat worse than growing fat. Just to be safe, you might try going outside. And anyway, we could all use a bit more exercise. They get sillier as the book goes on, don't they? D is for Dodo Grisha. He's cursed with a peanut brain and 2 left feet. He's the clumsiest bird you'll ever meet. He doesn't know his left from right or up from down. It's amazing he can even get off the ground. I'm sorry. This happens with new books. E is for Professor Ebenezer. There's our field guide. Some might call me pompous, but I think I have much to say, which you can read in my latest book, The Nature of Monsters, a Prehistory Through Modern Day. Let me assure you, dear reader, my award-winning writings are rough. If you ever work up the courage to ask, I can tell you the meaning of life. Do you see the clock? Do you see the globe? Do you see all his books? Do you see the 2 buttons on his jacket? Do you see the cup of coffee? Do you see the blue and white face? F is for Flume. Look, she's so pretty. Cosmetologist de Boer and a lover of French Tupperware. This hot pink beast loves all pretty things and all occasions to plume her wings. There's actually a moth that is pink and white, and it has the antlers just like this. G is for Gargoyle. This odd waterfowl is quite the pest. Hiding and lurking is what he does best. He could give a good fright if he wanted, you know. He often forgets he's a monster, though. H is for Hack-a-Lop. I hack-a-lock over mountain trees. I hack-a-lock over runoff from the seas. So I think the truth is rather bare, that I can hack-a-lock anywhere. But never can I seem to find another hack-a-lock to hack-a-lock with me. It looks like a combination of a rabbit and a deer. Do you see why I say that? I know you do. I is for Itsy Mitsy. You will never see her or hear her tune. But while you sleep, she serenades the moon. That's a nice bug, isn't it? That's a nice little monster. Ooh. J is for Jinkabuz. This sorry monster is one frightful mess. If he could ever connect his triangles to his tripods and his circles to his squares, he would be the scariest monster. Do you see a triangle? Do you see a circle? Do you see a square? Do you see a rectangle? Do you see, what else do you see? Do you see a line? I know you found all those shapes because you're so smart. K is for Kevin. Kevin is a creepy sort of a kid who lives in a cave with his pet salamander, Sid. Have you ever seen a salamander? They love to live under rocks. L is for Lorm. L-O-R-M. The Lorm is the name for what I call, clearly, the laziest monster of them all. He mostly sleeps on a rock all day and waits for sorry bugs to fly his way. Kind of looks like an alligator with fur, doesn't it? Ooh, isn't that a beautiful car? Have you ever seen a car like that? I mean a monster. I'm sorry. M is for Megadar. Capone, Bonnie, and Clyde all have nothing on this devilish ride. It stalks the streets and highways for its prey, causing traffic jams and road rage every day. Oh, this one's pretty. N is for Night Prancer. Throw open your window late at night and you may witness a remarkable sight. This mysterious creature leaping across the sky while shooting stars go whizzing by. Have you ever seen a shooting star? I have. Ooh. Look at that. Do you see the owl and the eyes? O is for Okabor. I probably said that very wrong, and I'm very sorry. This famous tree with many eyes is really not all wise. Although it can peer both near and far, it has no idea what all things are. So when you call out, "Hello up there," all you get is a rather blank stare. Have you ever seen an owl? Ooh, you see all the pretty flowers? Do you see the purple ones? The white ones? The yellow ones? The red ones? The pink ones? And the sunflowers. P is for Perennial Nightmare. Every year, this rancid blossom crops up in gardens from Hong Kong to Boston. It isn't easy or fun to describe the smell of this beast, a mixture of rotten fish, vinegar, and over-ripened yeast. Ooh, that would smell, wouldn't it, boys and girls? Ooh, the queen. Q is for Queen Quick Quack. Queen Quick Quack is a regal pest who steals your food and former dress. Never satisfied, she's ever ambitious, searching for morsels even more delicious. Have you ever seen a picture of a queen that wore a big white collar like that? R is for ruck, mister, with snarling flames and steely treads. This iron beast once filled the world with dread. But his old coal-fired heart no longer stirs. Now he's a perch for passing birds. Do you see the bird? Do you see the birds, I should say? I think these were done with watercolors, by the way. S is for Scudderblub. There he is. Do you see the boats? Do you see the people? Do you see the little boy fishing on the side of the dock? And do you see the ducks and the fish too? Do you see the farmer? Bobbling in New England bays, the Scudderblub just loves to play. He is really just an overgrown boy who thinks that boats and lighthouses are his personal toys. This is a lighthouse. A lighthouse has a big light right here. There's a big light bulb inside there, so it's like a lamp. And it shines bright at night so that the ships won't hit the rocks. Oh boy. T is for Tittle Frinks. Ever look at an old lady's hair and wonder to yourself, what might live up there? There's plenty of room to burrow and hide. Plus, daytime TV is in regular supply. And I suppose if I were a naughty little scamp, an old lady's hairdo would seem like a good spot to camp. Do you see the remote? Do you see the TV? Do you recognize the show? What show has a wheel that comes on every day after the news? And on the wheel are different values of like $500 and $1,000. I'll give you a clue. It's the show where you have to spell out the words. U is for underdiggers. Dig, dig, dug, dug. Underdiggers clug and clug, shoveling earth from here to here, digging tunnels everywhere. Hard at work all day long. Dig, dug, that's their song. But if you ask where all these tunnels go, they only will tell you, we don't know. V is for Varnick. It's the shyest dragon you'll ever did see. He dwells in the spaces in between the trees. Photojournalists do give him a fright. He's been known to vanish on them on sight. Do you see our monster? W is for Wawel. On a windy, wintry Wednesday, the Wawel wistfully waddles while watching his woolly white ooze. Ews, EWES, are lambs. That was a hard one. All those W words were fun to say. X is for Exoradius. A scientist once bought a dinosaur back from the dead, and it went about as well as you might have expected it. He had just enough time to x-ray the lizard, so now you can see whatever winds up in his gizzard. We're almost done. Y is for Yowler. Deep in the redwood forest, you'll find the world's largest known feline. Its wail can deafen human ears, so be sure to bring protective gear. You all have seen my cat Shadow, especially if you watched yesterday. We're on the last page. Z is for Zelts. Oh boy, here we go. Zelts, zip, nada, nothing. That's what's left of your garbage when this monster starts chomping. Kind of reminds me of a goat. Now, of course, there are many more monsters to discover and appetize. In fact, some monsters might be in this very room. But alas, my publishers insist on multiple volumes, and besides, I'm late to receive yet another Perseverance Award. So I shall bid you adieu, dear readers. Until next time, the end. We made it through, and thank you for staying with me for 22 minutes. Thank you. I hope you've enjoyed the Book of Monsters from A to Z. I'm sorry, from A to Z. I know I enjoyed reading it to you. And I hope you have a great time tonight if you're going out to get candy. Just be safe and watch out, because you never know. Maybe there's a new monster in your neighborhood. I will talk to you guys really soon. I hope you'll come back for the next book. Goodbye, everybody.